Hi and welcome back to the 6th installment of our Preload series. This time I'll show you a tiny but very interesting puzzle which is based on my real kite cube which I've presented in the first episode of this series. Last year I got some mini Eastsheen 2x2 cubes for Christmas. I wanted to use those for my modifications in order to get different puzzles than 3x3s. As a first modification of those 2x2 puzzles, I wanted to start with something similar to the kite cube. As I really liked that one and felt like it would be nice to continue this series by adding more puzzles of that shape to my collection, I built a 2x2 version of that puzzle. Unfortunately, the first attempt failed and I had another killed puzzle. The issue here was that 2x2 puzzles have a complex mechanism that in this case was quite shallow. That way I wasn't able to cut into the puzzle very far without damaging it. I tried it anyways and got a dead puzzle as a result. My next thought was to make everything by just extending the puzzle. Like on most of my builds, I wanted to start an experiment and went for an unusual method of extending the pieces. In the attempt of saving the expensive modeling clay, I used small pearls and glued them to the puzzle as a filler and orientation of how much I had to extend. Then I cut those colorful pearls and did the rest with milliput. I covered the pieces in modeling clay and let them dry overnight. Then I sanded the puzzle until everything looked smooth. At that point I have to mention that I do not recommend this approach. The pearls didn't really help but made it a very annoying build. They kept falling off and I still had to do a lot with milliput. So in the end I was glad that I had tested that idea but decided that it wasn't really worth the trouble. In February I had to write an important pre-exam which occupied me a lot as it needed preparation. That kept me from building puzzles. When I managed to finish this puzzle nonetheless, I decided to name it after a task from that exam. There we were asked to calculate vectors of a fictional kite of the brand Trendy. That was a challenging task and made my brain burn. So I thought of using that annoying name in order to turn the exhausting test into something I like, a puzzle. That's the whole reason why this puzzle is called Trendy. Besides that, there's not much to say about it. I'm satisfied with the puzzle as an experiment, but I feel like I could have done a better job with stickers. The puzzle turns fine and is funny to solve, which I'll present at the end of this video. If you'd like to give this puzzle a try, I'd recommend you to build one yourself. I'd be really interested in how other people's trendy puzzles will look like. If that is too complicated for you, but you'd like to solve the puzzle anyways, you can go ahead and give it a try in P-Cubes. That is a simulator made by members of the Twisty Puzzles forum. The programmers were nice enough to code both my Kite Cube mods. The 2x2 version is a bit different in the digital version, but still interesting. The 3x3 looks very much like the one I've built by hand. Nonetheless, I'm going to solve the real puzzle and not the digital one. With the usual solve video, I end this video and encourage you to come back next week in order to see episode 7 of our series.